What is up, everybody? This is the Wild Nutrition Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Heskett, and this is episode 38. This is another Unapologetic Friday, so if this is your first time listening to Unapologetic Friday, I set a timer for 15 minutes. Try to stick to that shorter time frame. If you want a more in-depth episode, those come out every Monday. Those are more like an hour long. But with that being said, I also curse. Everything's unfiltered. I don't edit these at all. So this is just me talking on a subject every Friday without any filters. So with that being said, before I get into the episode, before I start the timer, there will be an announcement at the end of this episode. So make sure you stay tuned till the end for that. And it kind of goes along with today's theme. All right, let's get this thing started. All right. Today's topic is knowledge isn't power without action. We know the cliche saying that knowledge is power. It's fucking not. As someone who's a giant nerd and loves reading and learning about things, knowledge, having more information, isn't power, isn't helping you, isn't serving you in any capacity unless you actually take action from that knowledge you get. So the point here is someone like myself, I'm very guilty of this, and I've taken a long time to get better at it. But you try to get all the information in front of you. You try to find all the information. The problem is you are in this constant search, constant just like info grabbing type search that you actually get overwhelmed and you never fucking take action. Or it's like half-assed because you can take action, but you're like one foot out of the door because this other person says this. So maybe I should like... these strategies I learned, maybe I should like try to intermingle them and then it gets all fucked up. Yeah, if you're this kind of person, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And the other person is they're getting the knowledge, but then it comes to action time and then they just like disappear. They're just like ghost and they're gone. And you kind of like, you're almost like hiding and like, if I don't tell anyone, they're going to forget about me and I won't actually have to do the thing. No, we know. We've been like this your whole life. Like we know this is just how you are. So gathering information doesn't help you at all. Is it important? Yes. But it's only important if you're actually going to use it to take action. And you want to take messy action. So my old boss, this is great because I'm this kind of person where I'm going to grab all the information, look and compare and make charts and all this bullshit. And my old boss was, I think it's the Colby test. He's a quick start. Like literally, like here's my idea. I looked it up for like 2 seconds on Google and implemented. A lot of times it'd be like, whoa, we can't, like that's just wrong. But basically what happened was myself and my, the other head coach at the time, we were more like information gatherers. So we'd be like, no, that's wrong. Like, you can't do that. It's like, okay, well, it's going. So course correct it now. Like, well, if we had like a week, like, well, you don't, you have today. Like, fuck. Okay, let's do this as fast as we can in the best way possible. So what that did was instead of taking 2 weeks to do something that actually took like a day, because what we realized is we didn't really need the 2 weeks. We would have liked like more like 48 to 72 hours, but it's like, okay, well, this week, this is getting done. So next Monday, how long do you need to get this done? Cool. Well, it's launching next Monday. So get it done this week. Oh shit. Okay. So that was something that with my old boss, I got very good at. It's like, okay, I'm just gathering too much information. I'm never actually doing anything. Instead, it's like, gather the necessary information to actually like implement it. And then guess what? You probably don't need all the information at once. You probably can go along and along the way, just grab the information as needed. So right now I'm working in my garden. And if you're a gardener, awesome. If you're not, this will help you out because a lot of people are intimidated by it. I want to get started with gardening. I just don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Cool. Yeah, I grew up gardening, so I knew a lot, but I didn't really pay attention. I just kind of like threw plants in the ground. Some grew, some did shit. So now I'm much better. But I have this book, and it sorts by month. So as an info gatherer, what I do is I only look at like the current month and the next month. Like the other months I'll read ahead and look at, but it can be so overwhelming of like, here's the things to do in September. Here's the thing. Like, why the fuck are you doing? Especially like if you're me, where you're still like, I'm still learning this. This is a learning process, but I'm not trying to gather all the information. There's things I do wrong. There's things I do really well. There's things I'm like, oh, so like I'll probably starting in a week or so, you'll see on my social media, I'm going to start posting more about gardening trials and tribulations of what I'm doing, because the garden's actually not at my house. I have to travel there. So it's not like I can just go out in the backyard, work on something for 15 minutes, come in. No, I have to like drive 10 minutes away. It's at my in-laws. So usually I only get to work on it when I drop my daughter off, and then weekends. So everything has to be super precise of here's what I can do. And these are the things like if you have a garden at home, like congratulations, like we have an herb garden here, but I can't work on that day to day necessarily like our actual vegetable garden. So I don't look ahead at all the other stuff because it's going to get overwhelming with all the things that it doesn't fucking matter. And same thing goes for you. Like people try to like think of like the best workout or the absolute best nutrition plan, or I'm not going to get started with nutrition because I'm not sure what supplements to take. Well, supplements aren't going to make up for most of your results. Like they're going to be like 1% of your results. So why are you putting off 99% of your results for 1%? Like just get started. I don't have time to figure out my nutrition. Well, you eat 3 times a day. So why don't you just adjust the 3 meals you're already having? I don't have time. I don't know how to like find new recipes. Why don't you just adjust the ones you already make every week? Like you're making food, right? Like you're cooking food, you're making it, you're eating 2 to 3 meals per day. Why don't you just start with that and adjust? It doesn't need to be perfect. You just start adjusting and you start seeing results. Because before you weren't motivated because you got overwhelmed and then you didn't see results right away. And then you got frustrated because you're so overwhelmed. So why the fuck would you do that? Why not just get started with the food you're already fucking eating and maybe adjust the portion size? Maybe you shouldn't like load up your tacos with a shit ton of cheese. That's probably a bad plan. Maybe you should learn that, and you're going to learn right now, you don't have to cut out all your favorite foods on my diet right now. So everyone thinks like pizza's really tough to keep on your diet, but pizza, tacos, burgers, like all that stuff has to go. It doesn't. You just have to adjust the way you do it. So we had fish tacos earlier this week. Burgers are usually a staple. Like we're going to do burgers or we're going to do tacos at least once a week. And come summer when that vegetable garden is pumping out cucumbers, tomatoes, I am doing tacos. I am doing like a Greek wrap almost every single day for lunch. That's my every single day I'm like eating tacos. You just have to be more intelligent with the way you're doing it. But unless you get started now and start tracking, you don't know what you're doing. And that's the purpose of tracking, is actually like getting data in front of you. If you're an information gatherer, you need data in front of you. So why not get the data from the shit you're already doing, figure that out, and then it's adjustment. Because usually when someone comes on with our program, it's not like an overhaul of the program. It's more like, hey, this is an actual portion size of the foods you're eating. Oh, I'm actually eating 4 servings of peanut butter a day. I'm actually eating 4 servings of cheese per meal. Maybe if I just cut that back, oh, now I'm losing weight. Now my health is improving. Oh, that makes sense. So it's not that you have to overhaul everything. It's that you just take the things you're already doing. Let's say tacos, we're going to add lean protein or burgers. You're not going to use 80-20. You're going to do 93-7 ground beef. You're not going to load it up with cheese. You're going to just do a burger. You're going to do one bun. So what my wife and I do a lot of times is, especially if we want fries with the meal, like, okay, just to barely make this work, we'll do a double burger. Get 8 ounces of protein there. We make all the burgers 4 ounces. We'll do a double burger, or I'll just do one on the side because I want to load it up with like pickles and stuff, which are next to no calories. So they're perfectly fine to keep in your diet. So you make up these rules and these other things when you're in this information gathering stage, or you just assume, and we know what assume means. It makes an ass out of you and me. So you would just assume I have to cut these things out, and nobody asked why. If you actually like start tracking, like, oh, I had this, it's not the most filling meal, I'll be honest. Like burger bun. Maybe I don't want that. I'll just do the burgers, but we'll make burgers for the rest of the family. I want more of the fries we're going to have with it. We can do, instead of just like the typical like actual fried fries, we're going to do air fryer. We're going to do baked fries. Like it's, doesn't take that long to do. We're going to do these other things. Oh, now I'm basically having the same meal. I've just changed it a little bit, and now it works. My kids can still douse the fries in ketchup. They can still load up the burgers with cheese. It doesn't matter to them that much. Your husband or your wife can kind of eat the normal way they always do, but you've just adjusted yours slightly. And honestly, they're not going to notice that big of a difference. And probably it's going to seep over to affect everyone, where everyone kind of gets on board of, okay, now we're eating, okay, there's a salad on the table, now everybody's going to eat salad, even if it's like, oh, veggie at first. And then week 2, it's like, okay, week 3, okay, now everyone's kind of eating it. Week 4, everyone's in. Like, where's the salad? So you have to take action. And I had a message got a message from someone who's been like messaging me off and on for 2 years. 2 years. And still, I don't know where to get started. And it's a fake story she has in her head. And if she's listening, sorry, I'm calling you out right now because you need to be called out, because it's going to be helpful to you. So keep listening. You can message me if you think it's you. I'll tell you if it is or isn't. I'll be honest. But so she just needs to take action. She knows what to do. Honestly, she does. But she's like, I don't know where to start. Now, I've answered this many, many times. Go for a walk every day. You're eating 3 times a day. Just adjust that. But it's a story of like, oh, I have no idea what to do. And then it's like, okay, well, at some point, it's been 2 years. Maybe you should just sign up for coaching and I'll do it for you. Like, I'll take care of all of that. You don't have to worry about. Ghost. 2 weeks later, I'll get the same message. I'm just struggling. I don't know where to start. Cool. Maybe we should go through this process again. And then ultimately it comes down to like, if you seriously don't know, why don't you just hop on the call with me? Ghost. 2 weeks later. And it's been this way for basically 2 years. Now I'm at the point of like, I'm just like, are you signing up or not? Because what I'm providing you hasn't been helpful. You've done all the free scholarships. You've done all the challenges. You haven't done shit yet for 2 years. So what's that point where you're like, no, I'm taking action? And that action is scary. What you want to do with action, because if you're an info gatherer like me, what you want to do with action is set a hard line in the sand. And you want someone to kind of hold you accountable here, because you can make that hard line and then you can push it if you don't tell anyone. Hence accountability. Why accountability is so important. I do this with my weekly check-in in the Facebook group in front of over 900 people. We're a little under 1,000 now because I did some spring cleaning and kicked out everyone who's blocked me. So if you block me in the group, you get the fuck out. But I can see who you are. So if you block me, guess what? And you're still in my group, I see who you are. The admin side. If you're not an admin on groups, like, we see who you are. Like, we just kick you out. So fun fact there. So you're, what was I saying? Fuck. So I forget. Honestly, it is completely gone out of my head. But, I keep myself accountable with posting in there during my weight loss phase. I knew like January 1st, I did the typical thing, but January 1st, and then every single week I post in there. And yeah, along the way, I've had times, do I want to keep going? I kind of want to get to that next phase. So yeah, I post in there. I set a hard date. On that hard date, I did the post. I did everything else. So that's in there. So you want to do the same thing. Set a hard date of, you're getting started no matter what on this date. What I would recommend for you to not cause a ton of anxiety is don't do that like as tomorrow, unless you literally have all the information in front of you to take action. But set that hard date so you can prep a little bit. For example, we're going to the weekend. Don't like decide on Sunday, like, I'm starting my diet tomorrow, and you haven't meal prepped or done anything, like, you're going to fail. You're just setting yourself up for failure, and then you're going to be, oh, woe is me. what the fuck? No, you just didn't prep properly. Maybe you listen to this on this Friday, or maybe it's Saturday, and you're like, okay, I'm starting Monday. I have today, like, what are the action steps I need to do to start my diet on Monday? I need to go to the store and meal prep some stuff. So I have an idea for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and some snacks for the week. Okay. Now you have some time, but probably you want to kind of get started, and then it's like the official date is maybe in 2 weeks. So what I like to do is like you kind of like get a running head start. Like so I did this with going into my diet. Like I kind of started with some stuff, and there's a timer. So we're gonna wrap this up. I kind of get started on tracking. So it might be this weekend. You're like kind of getting some stuff prepped and stuff, but you're not really like into your hardcore diet. It's kind of like getting that running start and getting that ball rolling, and then you're going to go through the week, and then you're like, okay, this isn't so bad. So then next weekend you're like, okay, I can really get into it. And then Monday, boom, okay, I'm off running now. Instead of like starting from going 0 miles an hour, you're like, okay, I'm already moving. It's way easier to get started now. So different strategies, different people. You actually have to implement it, but set that hard date, and it's non-negotiable. Like you're doing it regardless of your schedule. I don't give a shit what comes up. Other than like a family emergency, I don't give a shit. We had a client who just had a family emergency. Yeah, everything's on pause. Like, no, like go. That takes priority. But if outside of like that, like, oh, I forgot my kids are starting sports this week. I don't give a fuck. You can still do stuff. That's not stopping you from eating meals. You're going out to places. Okay, great. Like our clients get a fast food guide. You can look up all the fast food online and see what's high calorie, what's low calorie, what's high protein, what's high carb, etc. What do you need? You can go to Chick-fil-A and get the grilled chicken nuggies. Get some veggies with that. That's mostly just protein, a little bit of fat in there. Don't use all the dipping sauces because they're just loaded with calories. You can make smart choices. The story you're telling yourself, which is a lie, is, oh, well, the kids are starting sports or spring break. Definitely can't. No, you can start making smart choices. It starts with taking action. And then you realize the shit you were telling yourself was fucking made up. It was just made up. It was you creating these weird things in your head and telling yourself that, when in reality, that's not the case at all. So take action. And with that being said, we're going to wrap this up now. So like I said at the beginning, special announcement. So here's an action step for you if you're actually ready to get started. So this month is the business's 2-year anniversary. PwC turns 2 on, I swear my lawyer did this on purpose, 4/20. 4/20, the business turns 2. Yes, that is the formation of the LLC. The actual like start date is different, but I use that as like, that's the hard date. The LLC was formed then, so it's 4/20. So down in the show notes, I'm doing a 1-year coaching giveaway. So if this is you're like, I need to take action. I need to do something. Well, here's your opportunity. So we are giving away $15,000 worth of coaching away for the business 2-year anniversary. I almost didn't do it. If you've been paying attention to the stuff I've been doing, we cut back a lot of stuff we were doing with people because people were freebie seeking. And nothing wrong with free. I've gotten a lot of results off of free, but it was freebie seeking, take action, and then fall off. People weren't continuing, and that was the issue. So I almost didn't do this because people were just seeking freebies, and they wouldn't sign up. They wouldn't take any action. Like I'd follow up in like 3 months, and they're like, "Yeah, I haven't started yet." Well, I thought you were starting. Like, what the fuck happened? Same thing with challenges. We would do a challenge. People would be like, oh, I'm going to do it on my own, and fucking didn't. So we're like, you know what? We're taking all this away for a while because people are just like, I'll just do the next thing and hope that I get it. So you're not going to, like, your health is up to hope, and you're just hoping, like, you're not going to take any action with your health. Like, you have a health issue. You need to solve this problem so you don't die early. So you're just going to wait for the next freebie. I had a conversation with someone like that where literally she's like, I'll just wait till your next thing. Like, fuck you. You're not taking action. Like, your grandchildren, this was our conversation, your grandchildren are suffering because you can't do the things you want to do. So you're just going to wait. What are you going to do instead? Optavia didn't work. That was Optavia didn't work for you. This didn't work for you. You said this plan was good, but we presented the cost and you're like, can't make that work. Yet I know you're traveling all the time. I see it on Facebook. I see a lot of you guys. I see the hunters and the shooters. I see the new ARs that you got for your 3-gun competition, the $1,000 optic, the $1,000 rifle, and all the ammo. I see it. I see the new hunting rifle or the new bow that you got that cost you at least $1,000 that you didn't really need. So I see that stuff, but then when it comes to your health, you're like, oh, I'm going to shop on sale. So the point here I'm trying to make is we're giving away $15,000 in coaching, but if you're just seeking freebie, don't sign up. You're not going to do well in our program. Like if you're just seeking, we are giving away a 1-year and a 6-month free, completely free coaching spot. And we're giving 10 partial giveaways as well. Only use this sign up if you're actually going to take action towards your health. Use this as the hard line in the sand. I'm going to be taking action. So if you sign up just hoping like, it'll be nice to have a coach. Like, I don't want you in my program. It would be nice to have someone. I might get started with my diet. I might not. No, you're not. One, you're not going to win. If you're serious, like you're ready to level up. You're ready to take your health to that next level. You're ready to finally lose weight. You're ready to have energy levels that you haven't had since your teens or early 20s. You're ready for that next level, then sign up. But if you're just kind of like wishy-washy, you might check in with us and then we have to reach out to you and you're going to be a giant pain in our ass, don't sign up. If you're serious, you want to make a change, you've been struggling, you're not sure where to start, you want that accountability aspect. If that's you, click the link below, sign up. Because from the clients we actually coach, you can go in the group and see all the testimonials. Our program is life-changing. It's not just weight. We don't just solve weight. We change your life for the better. We're giving away for free. So don't sleep on this opportunity because the next one won't be until 2024. We are not doing another giveaway this year. For 2023, it's not happening. It won't happen till December or January of 2024. This is the only giveaway we are doing this year. So if you're ready, do it now. You have first opportunity. I see who goes in first. So if you made it this far, congratulations to you. I see who signs up first. Go click that link down in the show notes. Sign up. It's like 5 questions. It's super, super simple. I see where you drop off, where it's also like, why should you win? That's where 25% of people drop off. It's hysterical to see the psychology behind all of this. So serious, go down below. But thank you for tuning in, guys. Happy Friday. Go fucking kill out there this weekend.